welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and I want to share with you today an idea that I had for a pocket using digitals that will have 2 pages that you can fold together and just put them in there. And then they sometimes have, this is what Julie at DearJulieJulie calls a tag page, and it will be 3, like a triptych. It'll be 3 images right next to each other. And I had an idea while I was watching a video about making a different pocket setup. And so I went ahead and chose these, and they are also printed on the back. I think that these are my own prints of some of my dyed papers. And so what I'm going to do first, and I won't make you watch this part of it, is I am going to use some Victorian velvet, and I'll look up the name of this digital and put it in the description box below. But I'm just going to go ahead and real quick ink all of my edges. And because this is going to be folded, I'll be inking it again, but first I'm going to show you how I determined where I was going to fold it. I'm going to have pockets on this side and on this side after folding and gluing and a little bit of cutting on this paper. So I want to have deeper pockets on one side and shallower pockets on the other side. And I think that the best place to get that is right about here, so I get the whole word of postcard on there, and just a little peek of this rose is going to show. So that is going to be, let's see, I'll measure where that line is so that when I turn it over to fold it, I know where I'm folding. And so that line is going to be right here. So I'm going to turn it over, line it back up over there. Make sure it's in the right place. And I lost my mark. If you lose your mark, then you're gonna have to just try it again. I know what happened. Okay. Okay, so 1/4 inch less than the 14 mark. Making sure that I turned it over the right way too, so that I didn't flip-flop it the other direction from where I wanted to be. And I'm using the lines on my silicone mat to make sure I've got everything lined up nice and even, so that my pocket isn't going all wonky and sideways. And I'm going to ink this part here. Easy enough. Now I want to create something just a little bit different from what is usually done with these pockets. Normally you would just glue the outside, put that into your signature, and you've got 2 pockets, and you'll have 2 pockets on either side because this is wrapping around. I want to do it a little different. For this one, I'm going to line up on that line, and I'm going to tear down. Actually, I probably should open it up because otherwise it's going to want to go sideways on me. And I'm just going to tear down to that fold in the middle, right there. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. And I'm not going quite to the center because I don't want it to fall apart. And now I'm going to ink each of those edges that I tore. And I am going to fold it in half because that's where it will go into the center of the signatures, just like that. My sleeves are getting in the way. I have 2 funerals and a purse bingo fundraiser to go to tonight, and so I'm already ready for that look. Look what I did the other day. And I don't know how to fix it, and I can't buy anything because I'm on my nose bend. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half as well. Because when I glue this on here, I am just going to glue the bottom here and up the center. So I need to get my glue out. And I'm going to put glue across here. Maybe, if my glue will work. And up here where I made this crease. And I'm getting really close to off the edge of the camera, I'm sure. And then I'm going to line that up. And make sure that everything is all folding together like it's supposed to. Because sometimes when you're folding things, it can get off the mark. All right, and so right now, what I have is a tuck spot on each side of this page. Now, I am going to fold this up on this side and this up on this side. And make sure everything is still lining up. And this is where I'm trying to figure out exactly what it was my plan was. Yes, I remember now. For this side, I'm going to need my cutting mat so I don't add to the holes in my in my silicone mat. And I'm going to take a knife and I am just going to come down. Let's see, that ends right there. So I am going to come down. This is a little over 1/4 of an inch and a little over 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just going to come along the lines, the side of that line, just like that, making a slit. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Well, except for I can't see, so I'm going to have to turn it around. And again, I'm measuring just to make sure I don't go too far. And I'm going to come from this line down to that line. And I'm going to make sure that that will open. It will. And for this side, I am going to glue here and across here and here. Let's see, and let's see, where am I going? I'm gluing here and here to make a pocket and a pocket. This will not be a pocket in the center at the top unless, nope, I'm not going to. And then I'm just going to glue all the way up here. So I'm going to glue on all four of those lines. 1 and 2. I need to make sure I'm on the outside of that slit. And then 3 on the outside of this slit. And then 4. And then 1 all the way across. Let's see if I can make sure I said that right. On the outside of this line, on the outside of this line, and then across the bottom, and then up that side. And so now I have this. And I did not glue that, did I? I did not. So I'm just going to slide some glue in there real quick. After I said that, I knew I was going to forget something. There we go. Just like that. And so now I have a pocket and a pocket. And I have 2 pockets here because I want to put these tags in. So I am going to choose these 2. Now these may be a little too wide for the slits that I made, so I need to test it and see if I need to cut a little bit more off. Yes, I do. Actually, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I need to decide where I want to cut off the excess. And I don't have to cut it off. I could just fold it there. And I think that's what I'll do. I'll just fold it. And that way I don't lose any of the writing places, writing space on the card. And it'll fit in there just like that. And it won't go any further than the center of the signature. And what this space will do is it will hold that little flip up in place. And it kind of frames that card. And so I'll do the same thing over here. And I don't think I want to just fold it in half that way because I think that it might get lost in there. Not get lost, but you'd lose most of the picture, defeating the purpose of having the extra space for the card, right? So I'm going to fold it right there. And that actually gives you some space where you could put a tiny little flip-flop or a little journaling booklet. that way? Do I want to go this way? I think I'm going to go this way. No. And again, put the flap up before you put the card in. And you may find that you have to do some finagling, because sometimes things don't always fold the way you think they should. Like I think that that one folded just a little wonky. So I'll straighten that up, come back and hit it with the ink. I've got some spots that need hit with the ink anyway. And I didn't ink those two journaling cards either. And I'm just gonna slide that in there. Let's see what else have I got up here that I can use as a tag to show you things. I have a playing card. Just barely fits right there. And remember, that's closed. And then over here, we've got a tuck spot. And oh, something else to tuck in. You would think I would have all kinds of stuff here. My prescription. And there. And when it goes in your journal, you've got a page right here that has this long pocket and a short pocket, and that flips down for more journaling space. Turn the page. You've got a tuck right there, a corner tuck, and another corner tuck on that side, and then turn the page, and you've got a pocket, and a pocket with a card, and a flip down journaling spot. I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm gonna have to finagle that pocket to where it'll stay where I want it to be. I think I just cut it wrong. I may have to take some off of this side. I may have split it. Not quite evenly. Of course, I could always do this. For a little interest, just fold that over, put that in. It doesn't look so bad, does it? And then I don't have to try to fix something that might be hard to fix. So we'll just do it that way. There's always a way, right? I think it turned out pretty cool. Pretty cool. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever made anything like this? I got this idea while I was watching Julie make something else with the tag pockets. I like it. Thanks for joining me today, and as always, be kind. Bye.